100 times 200 balls consecutively. The incomparable, indeed the legendary Willie Mosconi. Willie? We're going to get to each of these gentlemen in just a moment because Willie was shaking his head saying no, the movie was not indeed made about Minnesota Fats, but we'll let him explain that. And in the meantime, let me quickly explain what we're going to be seeing during the course of this competition. 5 forms of pocket billiards: 9-ball, 8-ball, rotation, straight pool, and 1 pocket. Each will be explained at the appropriate time. Now, Fats, you came up, you had something to say, and earlier you told me you're going to rob Willie. What do you mean?
That's exactly right, and what else I'm going to tell you is Willie's over there shaking his head, and you got in your pocket 3 months before the movie ever came out. Willie was interviewed just like he's being interviewed last night and today and last year and last week, and he said that they was going to expose me as a pool hustler, the greatest pool hustler in the world. You got it in the very words right there. You can read it out to the people. And it said that the real Minnesota Fats is none other than New York Fats, known better as New York Fats. There it is in that joint. Now, Willie been telling people that I ain't the one. Well, who was it gonna, if they wasn't describing me in a movie, The Hustler, why didn't they make a movie about Willie? I'd have racked the balls.
All right, so much for Fats's position. I said there was apparent open hostility. Come back here, Fats. Let's turn to Willie. Your rejoinder.
Well, all I can say is a gentleman by the name of Walter Tevis out in Ohio, pardon me, Howard, that wrote the book, and in the book he states that it's a fictional story. So now what would you say?
Were you a consultant to the film?
I was on it for 4.5 months.
All right, we've established the grudge between the two men. However, unwittingly, we did...
First time I seen Gleason in Miami, after the movie, he sit there, he says, Fatty, did they take care of you? I wind up with all the cash in the show. They had done all the work. I wound up with all the gold.
All right, you're going to get your chance now. It's the showdown match. Fats against Willie Mosconi. The first competition, 9-ball. The 2 players will flip for break. Let's go.
Now, if you want to
Diamond shape rack, 9-ball, best of 9 in the series, and they're even arguing about what to wear.
I didn't play no evening or a tie. Cool. That's for monkeys, a man. A pool player with a tuxedo. Now, here's a question. I told him at the Commodore, a pool player with a tuxedo is like putting ice cream on a hot dog. We know you're
That's Jimmy Jacobs, one of the promoters, trying to officiate the squabble.
You understand? I let everybody make the rule because I'm going to win anyhow.
Why don't we have it out on the pool?
Yeah, right. And after it's over, we'll play some
All right, Willie agrees. There'll be no wearing of coats. We'll be back for the start in just a moment.
I can't believe they can do it for $19.99.
It's all.
Go play ping pong with a tuxedo on.
Johnny, you want to get in the seat, please?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Well, I got to sit down, too. Right. That's why you needed a flip gun and a gas mask. We didn't have no evening attire. Just sit down. When I played in Istanbul for the Sultan, this is how I...
All right, now a little quiet.
Okay, Mr. Mosconi.
Okay, Willie's about to break. Remember, I said they'll be playing 5 different forms of pool. They begin with 9-ball, and in effect, the first one to win 3 of the types is the victor.
9?
9 anytime, Fats, as long as you call it.
But I got to do the 1, you call the 1, the 2, the 2. That's the way they play 9-ball in Siberia. In Siberia, they play 9-ball, you shoot.
Just to clarify that little exchange, Willie Mosconi set the rules. Fats said he didn't care. He'd play by whatever rules Willie set. And now Fats is learning the rules for the first time. And the key rule is you have to call your shot. Now, that shot was not called, so the ball will come back. You have to hit the balls in rotation, of course. The 1 first, the 2 second, and so on up. But combinations are allowed. So here we go.
Try to bank it.
Well, it looks like he's going to try to bank the 2 ball, and we should take a look at the way he's going to try to make that shot.
Bank the 2 ball.
That's it. Nope. 2 ball goes into the wrong pocket, so up it comes.
Huh? One shot on? Or try to hit it? Try to hit it. No, if you try to hit it, you can't call none. You just hit it. That's all. There it is. We're going to be here all night anyhow. Boy, it's a rain. I ain't going no place. Just cancel my reservation.
Sit down, Fats.
Fats's confusion, as I mentioned, over the rules is because he didn't even want the explanation in advance.
3 ball.
Okay, well, he sank the 2. Now he's calling the 3. Perfect.
Four ball.
Willie calling the balls in rotation, remember? They must be hit in rotation. And Willie wanted the right to call your shots as part of the rules because he wanted to take the element of luck out of the game. This is a man who ran once 526 consecutive balls. Fats looking on intently as Willie is doing away with the table, 1 by 1.
6 ball, corner pocket.
Now watch how beautifully he will play position, setting himself up for the next ball, leading up to the object
7 ball,
the 9 ball. Sink that one, you win the game. Perfectly back for the 8 ball.
8.
And let's watch. Ideal position to sink the 9 ball. It's possible to run the whole table. Miss the 9 ball, the opponent sinks the 9 ball, he wins the game. Not now. Willie wins the first game in the 9-ball competition. We'll be back. Great pool shootout. Willie Mosconi against Minnesota Fats. The 9-ball competition underway. Best of 9 wins the series. Mosconi leading 1 game to none. Mosconi likes total quiet. Fats likes to destroy the opponent with talk. Thus this earlier conversation. Is it going to be possible, under our rules of procedure, for you to remain quiet while Willie shoots? He, of course, has to remain quiet while you shoot.
Let me tell you a secret. I can play as if I was deaf and dumb. I can play if you had a gang war in the joint. That don't mean nothing to me. Whatever you want to do, I do it nice. And when I leave with the cash. You understand? I don't care what goes on. I wouldn't care if they were shooting bow and arrows or having a Western movies, and that don't bother me. You understand? 99 out of 100 pool players, you ain't allowed to breathe. Guy was playing a world championship at a match, and a guy in the back, he's shooting him. The whole table's open, and some sucker took a cigarette out of his mouth like this. He ain't even supposed to see it. And he says, good heavens. My God, did you see what'd he do to me? I said, what'd he do to you? I was sitting right there. He said, didn't you see just I'm going to let go? He took a cigarette. I says, well, if I were you, I'd play in a wax museum, and then if anybody moves, then I'd get out of town.
Well, Willie's ready for the break. Fats looks like he's getting out of town. He's almost out of the arena.
Fats.
Referee calls Fats back, and here he comes. What happened? I want you to watch closely, because here's a chance. Yep, he's going to try the combination and trying to win the game right here on the very first shot, as the diagram just displayed. He was using the 1 ball to hit the 9 into the corner, and it didn't work. So Willie's got the 1 ball easily set up.
1 ball, corner.
Don't forget, you have to hit in rotation. Lowest ball on the table. Combinations are allowable. And you can't give Mosconi an opening. Not with his ability at straight pool. That's his top game.
2 ball.
And in effect, this becomes straight pool for Willie. That was a remarkable shot, folks. It required a delicacy. Let's look at it again. You'll see what I mean. No margin for error. Look how closely that ball avoids the purple or 4 ball. Watch in slow motion. And that's the magic, ladies and gentlemen, of Willie Mosconi as we watch the cue ball and then freeze. Ultimately, the cue ball came to rest where you'll see it
3 ball
right
corner
now,
pocket.
back there. And Fats is beginning to look a little dubious about the talents of Mosconi. Dubious in the sense of, can I compete with him when you have to call your shots? But now Mosconi has a problem.
Hit it.
Remember, the 9 ball is the object of the game. And remember, too, Mosconi leads 1 game to none in a best of 9 9-ball competition.
4 ball corner.
4 ball corner pocket.
4 other forms of pool are scheduled in the total competition. Nice shot by Fats. Let's watch his position. Back against the 5 ball. Tough situation. Now let's look at what he's going to have to try.
Side pocket with the 5.
Banking
He's
the
going to
5.
try to bank it. He's a great bank player, but that time he just missed. And you can't leave Mosconi an opening. He can kill you.
5 ball corner pocket.
Each player has been given expenses in advance.
6
And the
ball corner
winner of
pocket.
the overall match gets $15,000. And right here you see Mosconi again, setting himself up.
7 ball corner pocket. 8
Now he's
ball.
got the 8, but must leave himself spotted for the 9. And he's done exactly that.
9 ball corner pocket. Game, Mr. Mosconi.
So Mosconi leads in the 9-ball competition, 2 games to none, and we'll be back. We're back at the 9-ball competition between Willie Mosconi and Minnesota Fats. Game 3 just underway. Mosconi leading 2 games to none. Won the second game by running the 5 through the 9 balls after a miss by Fats. The 2 men differ sharply in personalities and in their approach, thus this earlier conversation. Willie, it's been said that each of you, Fats and you, has everything to lose and nothing to gain by this match. In other words, you are the straight pool artist of the world. Everybody knows your records. Fats, at the same time, is one of the renowned and colorful figures in the history of the game. What is your response to that?
Well, yes, that's right to a certain extent, but I look at it from another angle. This is something I haven't done for a long while, Howard. I haven't been in competition, as you know. And I look at it upon it as a fun thing. It's something a little bit different. He may think he has everything to lose. I certainly don't.
Well, if it's a fun thing, Willie doesn't show it. The attitude couldn't be more serious. He's working on the 2 ball.
Bank the 2 ball cross corner.
Now, this is a remarkable effort he's undertaking. I don't believe that shot. We're going to have to take a look at the way he executed it. Now, watch closely. Couldn't have to have more delicacy in the shot execution than this one required. Inside the black or 8 ball and into the designated pocket. Remarkable. And notice he still moves inside the 8 ball to sink the 3.
Now, boys, come on, please.
Little movement in the crowd has disturbed Willie. Remember, he said it was a
Four
fun
ball,
thing.
corner pocket.
Look at him now. Perfect. And he's got perfect position
Bridge roll.
for the orange or 5 ball. He's called for the bridge. You are entitled to use the bridge, thus keeping your feet on the ground if the balls
5
are
ball, corner
awkwardly
pocket.
situated, as is the case here. A miscue. It's almost a miracle. Mosconi himself doesn't believe it.
8 ball.
Now, Fats is called the 8 ball. Let's look at this.
8 ball.
He can't sink the 5, but he must hit the 5 first, and in combination, a magnificent
5.
bank shot. By Fats, he also gets credit for the 5. Remember, balls must be hit in rotation. So
6
it's the
ball,
6
side
ball
pocket.
coming up. Fats plays position beautifully. This was the first opening, and Mosconi realizes
7 ball, corner
he
pocket.
gave it to Fats with the miscue.
9 ball, corner
The
pocket.
object ball of the game, a 9 ball.
Game Fats.
Fats wins it. We've got a contest. Mosconi 2, Fats 1 in the 9 ball competition. We'll be back.
Basketball scores for you, and Atlantic Coast
Made a movie in Hollywood starring Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason called The Hustler. Consultant on the movie was the famed Willie Mosconi. Gleason plays a character in the movie called Minnesota Fats, and the real-life Minnesota Fats says that the character was predicated upon him, Minnesota Fats. But Willie Mosconi says that's absolute nonsense. He says the character was based upon a figure in the novel The Hustler. Thus, the hostility between the two.
The film was based on my life story. And at that time, you couldn't give me $1,000 a minute to fool with movies or television or nothing, because I just never worked a day in my life and don't care nothing about being involved. You understand?
This guy's big and fat and looks somewhat like Gleason. Oh, that was my life. That was this. That Minnesota. He never saw Minnesota in his life. Prior to that, he was from New York City. In fact, I don't think he had enough money to get out of New York City to get to Minnesota.
The two men, so totally different in lifestyle and personality, even differ in the manner in which they practice their trade. For instance, with Fats, he works on the trick shot like this one, sinking 4 balls at one time.
This is called the railroad shot. I'm going to make the yellow ball in the left-hand corner, the blue ball in the right-hand corner. Cue balls going all around the table, go through these tracks, change tracks, and come back and make the 3 ball. Making a 1, 2, and a 3.
Fats absolutely disdains Mosconi's specialty, straight pool.
Straight pool. You know what straight pool is? A cancer. Straight pool, they quit in 35. How many years ago is that? 40-some years ago? Ain't no living human. They used to play for a pack of cigarettes. You know how much cigarettes was in them days? $1 a pack. $1 a pack. Camels, Luckies, all of them. I don't even know the names of them because I don't smoke. But there was $1 a pack. And they used to play 100 balls for a pack of cigarettes. I was playing like 500 or 1,000 a game.
This is what we call the championship game. The rest of the game, Fats and the rest of the boys play a luck game. An 8 ball, a game such as that, you just hit them as hard as you can, and if you get lucky and make balls, well, you keep them. This game right here, you're going to have to call the ball, call the pocket. I've been looking forward to this match for a long time, and this time, I'll kill him.
Tony in command, currently in the 9-ball competition. We have Game 6 coming up. Willie Mosconi has won games 4 and 5 and leads 4 games to 1 over Minnesota Fats. The break. The 9-ball went in. It goes in on the break. Up and down. So, the referee spots the 9-ball. Now, remember, if Mosconi wins this game, he has won the 9-ball competition. It's It's a best-of-9 competition, and coming up next will be the 8-ball competition, which will again be a best-of-9
2-ball,
set.
corner pocket.
Willie's got the ball spread just the way he wants them. And Fats, despite the smile, knows
3-ball,
he's on the
corner pocket.
precipice of extinction. Again, the master plays position for the 4-ball, the purple ball, right in front of you.
4-ball.
4-ball, corner pocket.
Beautiful shot.
5-ball, side pocket.
But you must sink the 9-ball.
7-ball,
It's
side
the
pocket.
object ball of the game. Mosconi running the table.
8-ball, corner pocket.
Now he's got exactly the position he wants. He's set to pocket the 9-ball and win the 9-ball competition.
Corner pocket.
Nobody can believe what just happened. Well, if Nicholas can miss a 4-footer, I guess the world's greatest pool shooter. That's what he should have done right there, but watch. What should have been a hanger became a flub. Well, the balls, of
Game,
course,
Fats.
wound up in that position. Fats sank the 9-ball and won the game. That's the object of the game, to sink the 9 or object ball. So, Fats stays alive. The score, 4-2, Mosconi. Coming up, game 7 of the 9-ball competition. Mosconi won games 4 and 5. Fats stayed alive, winning game 6. So again, Fats must fight to remain in the 9-ball competition. Fats on the break. Up comes the ball. Ball sunk on the break, are re-spotted.
Down in Sadie's room.
Bank the one.
Magnificent bank shot artist, Fats, but unfortunately a scratch. So Mosconi will take over. They'll re-spot the 1. And that's what Willie will have to go after. Fats joins the crowd.
1-ball, corner pocket.
Mosconi knows he has but to win the game, and he's got a 9-ball competition won. Fats knows it
2-ball,
too.
corner.
Willie scratches and leaves the 2-ball in a hanger position for the side pocket for Fats.
2-ball, Fats.
The thing about Fats is, despite all the talk, the man's a great player, and he responds to challenge. He never, or seemingly
2-ball,
never,
side pocket.
loses his confidence. Delicately done. Perfect position for the 3. This is a tender shot. We should have another look at that one, because that, well, there it is. Now watch. That's the path the ball had to take. It almost looked like a half miscue. Now watch this. Just inside, and down it goes.
Is there a doubt?
4-ball, corner.
Irrepressible. Minnesota Fats, 65 years old. Willie Mosconi, 64. And yet the skills seem untrammeled.
5-ball, corner pocket.
And that's the very shot that Willie missed in game 3. Remember, Mosconi took the bridge and miscued. And that's what set up Fats's victory in that game. But Fats didn't miscue. His real name, by the way, is Rudolph
6-ball,
Wanderone Jr. Rudolph Wanderone Jr. Again, a half-missed cue, but the shot succeeded.
7 ball, corner
Don't forget,
pocket.
too, each player has gotten substantial expenses in advance, and the winner of the total competition gets $15,000. Fats is doing away with them one by one, running the table.
9 ball, corner pocket.
He is about to stay alive again. He wins. So, we've got a competition going. 4-3. Mosconi leads in the 9 ball. We'll be back.
Only 2 miles to go, Slugger.
That's easy.
Mosconi studying the table, reflective, suddenly aware that he's in a struggle. The 9 ball competition now standing at 4-3. His favor, but Fats shooting. Game 8 underway. 1 ball.
2 ball, corner pocket.
Fats looks so casual. Left himself in tough position here. He's got to try the 3 ball and have to do it the way you just saw diagrammed. Watch. Nope. The opening goes to Mosconi. If he wins this game, he wins the 9 ball competition. Fats must win to stay alive. First time these 2 men have met
4 ball,
in
corner
about 30 years. And they have many disagreements, one of which is over what really happened the last time they met and who really won.
4 ball, corner pocket.
How lucky can you get? I want you to see that one again, because he called the corner pocket, the 4 ball, everything perfectly right. Now watch. Everything right, but the way he executed the shot. But look at this. 4 ball caroms off, the white ball hits it again, and in she goes to the designated pocket.
Overhead. 5 ball, cross corner.
Mosconi sees a shot like that, he wonders what's going on. But Fats misses the attempted bank on the 5 ball, which in this competition has become the bugaboo ball. And Willie proves the point again. He flubs what appeared to be an easy one. But Fats is left in terrible position, and he's going to try to execute
5 ball, corner pocket.
a miracle bank shot. Fats never loses his sense
5
of
is down.
humor.
Scratch.
There's 16 champions over there. Well, that's ridiculous.
Willie set the rules before the match. Fats agreed. The 5 ball, the object ball, was behind the head spot after the scratch, and the rule is the ball goes
7
down.
ball, side pocket.
Fats dismayed by the rules
8
that he's
ball,
coming
corner pocket.
only now to understand as Willie approaches victory. If he sinks
9
this,
ball,
he has
side
won
pocket.
the 9 ball competition. There it is. 5-3. And the 2 of them shake hands, and you've got to give credit to Minnesota Fats. While he was quarreling about the rules, which he didn't understand, he nevertheless was a perfect gentleman in taking the defeat. And, of course, there are 4 more types of pools scheduled in the open. Minnesota Fats and Willie Mosconi. We pick up with the 8-ball competition. Now, nearly everybody who plays pool everywhere in the country knows what 8-ball is. It's the game that novices most like to play. If one contestant sinks a ring ball first, he must sink all the other ring balls and then try to sink the 8-ball, because whomever sinks the 8-ball wins the game. At the same time, if a contestant sinks a solid ball first, he must sink all of the solid balls and then try to sink the 8-ball to annex the victory. Fats, you regard yourself as unparalleled in any form of pool.
Right. Right, exactly right.
So
That's why I put my cash up whenever I play. That's why I come by myself. And when I leave, you understand, with guys with teeth this long, I leave, I don't want to see no heads when I hit the door. You understand the impression? I played one for $500,000 in cold cash. There was guys with teeth this long at all the exits. You understand?
I get the picture. You speak with total clarity and absolute...
That's right.
Absolute irrelevance, yes. Very good, Fats. As for you, Willie, is 8-ball a game of skill or a game of luck?
Mostly luck, Colin.
Mostly luck.
Mostly luck. There's only 8 balls to knock into the pocket plus the black ball.
Well, let's see.
That's it. No, there's not very hard to run 8 balls, is it? You saw the 9-ball game.
It's not very hard if you're Willie Mosconi. If you're Howard Cosell, it's impossible. All right. Getting ready to start the 8-ball competition. And they're flipping for break. And Minnesota Fats is really on his game.
Yeah, you know why I lose? Because I wanted to lose that one. So I lay 1,000 to 1. It's a nickel you call tail.
How do you like Fats?
Get up here, bring some cash.
Says he wanted to lose the toss. Tactical purposes, I suppose. In the meantime, he trails 1-0 in the overall competition. $15,000 going to the winner. And the 9-ball competition has been won by Willie Mosconi 5-3. The break. Okay. Both balls that went down must be spotted under the rules, which were made by Willie Mosconi, and Fats has had difficulty understanding them as the competition has been going along.
Right, Willie. You're like old times. We're saying hello and goodbye and how are you? 1904, me and Willie played one for a coffee cake. And he's been mad at me ever since. I wound up with the kid.
Yeah, I wound up with your money, too.
I know you did. After this is over, stay a while.
Yeah, how about now?
No, I'll tell you what, now we'll play a little one-pocket 500.
No, we'll play the rest of the match for anything you
I
want to
can't
play
stand
for.
it when you're making the rules.
Anything you want to play for. You got back, well, you get the money.
Back? I got nothing
Well,
but
how much
money.
you want to bet?
Play you some 1,000 a game.
No, how much you want to bet on the remaining match?
Oh, this, what are you kidding or what? This is a carousel. Are you kidding?
You want to bet on the specific
I want to
game?
play you some one snatch for 1,000 a game. Here.
I want to play you 100 points for 100,000 a game.
And I wouldn't play 100 points if you played me 199.
Sit down.
I'll tell you now, I'll play you some banks or some bank every other ball. That's half straight pool, half bank.
All right, let's finish the 8
And
ball.
don't no monkeys get no ideas, because I'm the toughest on earth. You don't know the rest of the story on earth. I whipped every son of New York 100 times, and he knows it. New York and Philadelphia and anywhere else, so don't get no funny ideas.
Come on, Fats. Sit down. Let's finish this one off.
I never see one like me. I fought in 2 revolutions and went down on 2 ships in the middle of the ocean.
Let's finish this,
I
Fats.
never seen one like me.
I better get down there, straighten this thing out, get the pool started.
Yeah, come on, Pat, sit down.
Fatty.
You gonna let this go on?
Fats, get back in the seat.
Okay. Now here's one of his countrymen.
Let's go, come on.
All right, Charles, come on, this is an Ali operation.
Okay.
Let's go. Sit down.
Let's go.
Be a good boy.
Let's go, Willie.
Yes, Willie. All right, we're finally
10
ready
ball.
to go. After all of that, I want to re-emphasize, Willie Mosconi made the rules with
Excuse me, Willie.
Fats's agreement.
7 ball, side pocket.
Okay, Willie Mosconi sinking the solid balls. 1 through 7, the object ball of the game,
3 ball.
the 8 ball.
Watch that, will you?
Man who sinks the 8 ball wins. Now watch this. That's the way the ball's got to go. Just had room to get through. Now, if you sink the 8 ball before you've sunk all of your balls, you lose the game. The job is to sink the 1 through the 7. For Mosconi, the ring balls must be sunk by Fats, and then sink the 8 ball, you win.
Everybody beat me. I got nothing but money. Totally rich. 6 brand new Cadillacs. Every time a bird flies over, want to buy another. And I mean limousines. Have I got it, Brienzi, or not? You've been to my house. I let dogs and cats sleep in President's limousine.
Sit down, back.
All right, go ahead, Willie. I'm all through, dear.
He's finished. He's finished.
Sorry I disturbed you.
There's no let-up with Minnesota Fats, and he knows he gets under Willie's skin the more he talks. In the meantime, Willie's not in the best position in the world. He's going to try to play the 1 ball up there in the far left-hand corner on the left-hand side of your screen.
1 ball.
Good shot. Come on down.
The word for that, folks, is incredible. There can be no other word. That is what you call a massé. We're going to take another look at it. Now, watch closely. He has to make that ball curve, just as you saw the dotted line there. That's what we call massé, as I said. And he does exactly that. Now, he still has to have control of that ball. The control coming from the way he used his cue, because that cue ball's got to get down there, and it caroms the 1 ball in. A remarkable, remarkable demonstration of
6
skill.
ball.
And Willie scratches. After the great shot, a duffer's shot. We'll be back.
Okay, girls, let's...
This is game 1. Best of 9. That's the series in 8 ball, just as it was in 9 ball, which was won by Mosconi 5 games to 3. Now, Mosconi established the rules for each of the contests in advance with the permission and consent of Fats. Fats didn't even want to listen to them at the time. Thus, there's been much bickering about the rules during the course of play today. Mosconi, meantime, is working on the solid colors, and one of the rules he established for this, the 8-ball competition, was that you have to call your shots. Sometimes people play 8-ball not on that condition, but it is the condition here, and he wanted it that way in order to bring as much skill to the contest as possible. He's left himself perfect position for the 6-ball, as you can see. Mosconi, a master of position play. But now he has a tough shot. He's got to sink the 8-ball to win. That's the object of the game.
Cross side with the...
He's going to try to bank it into the opposite side pocket. He must get by the 9-ball. He does it. Mosconi is simply amazing when it comes to precision play. Now I want you to take another look at that shot. Task, get the cue ball past the 9-ball, hitting the 8-ball first as required, and then bring that 8-ball past the red ring ball. There's barely room. And still, he does it. So he wins the first game of the 8-ball competition, leading Fats 1 game to none. Note how quickly he broke. No sooner did the referee rack up the balls than Willie broke. And he's left a pretty wide open table for Fats, who is suddenly now growing silent. Not talking anymore, but rather absorbed with the fact that he's in a battle. He's going to work on the solid balls, calling the 2 easy combination. And the bridge, as you know, is allowed in order that the contestant can keep his feet on the ground as required by the rules when the balls are awkwardly placed. And so the bridge was used effectively by Fats.
7-ball.
Don't think for a moment Fats isn't a master of position play himself. It's just that he does it casually.
1 ball.
Mosconi does it with an intense seriousness. Fats is 65 years of age. The real name, Rudolph Wanderone Jr. Mosconi is 64 years of age. And in the total competition, with 5 forms of pool scheduled, the winner
5 ball.
gets $15,000. The winner, of course, is the man who first wins 3 sets. We've had 9 ball. This is 8 ball. Fats is working on the table. Mosconi watching with a growing discomfiture.
8 ball. Corner pocket.
Now he's right up to the victory.
Game.
Fats runs all the solids, puts away the 8, ties the 8-ball competition 1 game apiece. We'll be back. It has been said that neither you nor Willie has anything to gain by meeting in this match because
them things never enter my mind, whether to gain or lose anything. All I ever know about is winning something. I never was a loser in my life. You understand? If I can win 1,100, I'll try to win it. You understand? I don't know nothing about all them ifs, and how did you become a legend, and how did you get great? Did you play all your life? All that's automatic. I come up just like any other living human. I hung around saloons and pool rooms all my life. I don't drink and don't smoke. And I was a top-notch card player and pool player when I was 8 years old. I don't know all that other jive that goes with it. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about it. I know Willie's a good player. And I know that he plays me for cash. He ain't got no chance on earth. He got a better chance of swimming from here to Arabia underwater.
we pick up with the 8-ball competition. This is Game 4 between Willie Mosconi and Minnesota Fats, and Mosconi is running out the ring balls and setting himself up to sink the object ball of the game, the 8-ball. Mosconi leads 2-1 in the 8-ball competition. He has won the 9-ball competition.
8-ball, side pocket.
A tough encounter, 5-3. And now he leads 3-1 in the 8-ball competition. The whole mood has changed here in the starlight roof of the Waldorf-Astoria Hotel in the heart of New York City, where there had been constant badinage and bickering and clear hostility between the men. Now it has suddenly grown quiet. The 6-ball went in on the break. It will be spotted, but that establishes the color. Let's take another look at the break. By establishing the color, I mean that means that Mosconi will have to, as you watch the 6-ball go in, go for the solid color balls. The ring balls will be Fats's game. Always remember, when you're watching Mosconi, he is thinking 2, 3, 4 shots ahead, often the whole table. But he didn't like what he just did.
That is something.
The 6-ball was spotted on the break. That's the way Mosconi wants it. The rules established by him to reduce the element of luck
7-ball
and increase the element of skill, as Mosconi sees it. Again, a shot that was more difficult than it looked, because he didn't have that much room to work with toward the corner pocket. Now the 6-ball. And Fats agreed in advance to let Mosconi set the rules. He didn't even want to know about them. But as the course of play has developed, he's been increasingly disturbed by the rules. Willie, who started the entire competition nervously, even tentatively, has grown in confidence during the course of play. Scratch. Not a sound from anybody. See the whiteness on Willie's lower lip? We've talked about it earlier. Nerves, dehydration. The 4-ball was spotted as a result of the scratch. And now Fats goes to work.
15.
You know, part of the hostility between these two men derives from the motion picture entitled The Hustler. In that picture, Jackie Gleason played a character named Minnesota Fats. Fats contends that he was the source of the character. Willie Mosconi was a consultant on the picture. He contends that the picture derives from a book, and the author stated the characters were fictional, and that the character played by Gleason bears no resemblance in fact or real life to the man at whom you're looking, Minnesota Fats, who is in the process of running out the ring balls leading up to the object game ball, the 8-ball. And he
8-ball.
has gotten right to that object now. Beautiful shot by Fats. He's back in the thick of things. He's reduced Mosconi's lead to 3-2 in the 8-ball competition.
Mr. Mosconi, 3.
We'll be right back. There lies the domicile of 64-year-old Willie Mosconi, 16 times world champion of pocket billiards, a quiet, sedate man, absorbed with bringing dignity to his profession. He lives quietly with his wife and daughter. But in Dowell, Illinois, 2 hours south of St. Louis, Missouri, there lives a different kind of man. A man of flash and color, garrulous, willing to take on anyone with words, and in pool. Even his license plate tells you about him. MF stands for this man, Minnesota Fats. Incredibly, 2 years ago suffered a stroke, was declared dead. He and Mosconi don't like one another, and it goes back a long way.
Well, back in 1949, I believe, was the last time I saw him. At that time, I was managing a billiard room in Philadelphia. And he was one of the customers of the place. He was hustling cards and doing anything he could around the place to make $1. So finally, he ran out of customers, and he chose me. I said, get away from me, don't bother me. You know, I was happy that he was making $1 and paying the room rent. So finally, he got so obnoxious that I had to play him. Now, I played him 5 games of his game, which I don't know anything about to this day, one pocket, and I beat him 5 games for $50 a game.
See, if the truth is known, Willie Mosconi and them trying to expose me as the greatest pool player in the world, which I always was and still am, for money.
Whenever he played anybody that could play of any note, he always lost.
I played Istanbul, the terrible Turk. He ain't been terrible since. I played Happy the Chinaman in Hong Kong, and he ain't been happy since.
He always tried to keep thinking up different games, you know, that the other player didn't know about, and he would have the knowledge, and that's how he managed to win here and there.
The last time I was in New York, I had over $30,000 in cold cash, and I put it on the table to play Willie Mosconi. If he wanted to play, I'd have played him, or anybody else that wanted to play, but they ain't going to put up no cash. They're going to finally, after like 16 hours, they're going to get 15 sponsors and play one for like 200.
Well, he's always telling stories like that. No such thing ever happened. In fact, I challenged him about 3 years ago, and we arranged the ballroom of the Sheraton Hotel in Philadelphia for 4 days. We sent him an airmail registered letter telling him the date 6 weeks in advance. I was there that night, but he didn't show.
I get $1,200 if I cough twice. So I'm going to play some pool, $60 a game, $40 a game. Mosconi wants to play something for $2 a game. $2 a game. He wants to play 3,000 points.
You're the money player, I'm going to tell him. Let's go.
So far, Willie's proving his point. He's won the 9-ball. He leads in the 8-ball.
Solar power.
This is Game 7 in the 8-ball competition, the great pool shootout between Minnesota Fats and that man, Willie Mosconi, as the lip grows whiter and whiter. Score in games now is 4-2 in the 8-ball competition in favor of Mosconi. Fats had won the 5th game, making it 3-2, but Mosconi came promptly back to win the 6th game And now, after that flub shot by Fats, he may be in desperate peril. Mosconi working on the ring balls. And if Willie can win this game, he will have won the 8-ball competition, and they will move on to the next form of pool, best of 9, called rotation, sinking the balls in numerical order. But that's a long way away yet. Willie's got to win this one, if he can. Again, we emphasize, Mosconi doesn't just play one shot at a time. Like all great pool players, including, of course, Fats, he's looking ahead. He's looking to the whole lay of the table, and 3, 4, and 5 shots ahead, trying to sink the ring balls and get to the object ball of the game, the 8-ball. And to the winner in the overall competition, $15,000, in addition to substantial expense monies already received by both men. Willie is going about his task steadily, purposefully. Last time the two men played head-to-head was about 30 years ago. Each tells a different story as to what happened on that day. Look at this. Mosconi may have left himself in bad position. He did. This is not an easy shot to try to close it out. So perfectly done. So Willie Mosconi has won the 8-ball competition, 5 games to 2. There remains in the offing rotation. And if he should win the rotation, he will have won the best of 5 in the sets of different types of pool being played in the competition. That's a great woman pool player, Jeannie Belucas, as we get a shot of her. She was in the Women's Superstars. We'll be back later to see how the rotation competition turns out. Right now, let's go to the World 90-meter Ski Jumping Championship and Al Michaels. Action in the Great Pool Shootout. This is the rotation competition. Willie leading 3 games to 2. Right there.
15.
As he works on the 4th game, if he can win it, he put away the 3-ball. Let me quickly explain rotation. You must go after the balls in ascending numerical order, beginning,
19.
of course, with the 1. Each ball has a point value equivalent to its number. The 1 is worth 1, the 2 worth 2, the 3 worth 3, and so on.
24.
Thus, the total value in a game of all points, all balls, is 120. So the man who achieves 61 points first wins in rotation. Right now, Willie is calling his shot. It is on the 6th ball, and essentially, he has played it safe. Again, Willie Mosconi set the rules with the knowledge and consent of Fats, and you must call your shots. The purpose, as Mosconi saw it, to reduce the element of luck, increase the element of skill. Now, when you don't get a hit on the object ball, the opponent has the option of telling you to shoot again. And that's what Mosconi did with Fats. And again, Mosconi tells Fats to shoot again.
You're supposed to shoot out. And if you want it, you take it. Shoot out. If you want it, you take it. If you don't. No. You got to try to hit it. You saw me try to hit it. Okay, well.
Again, a little discussion over the rules that Fats agreed to, but didn't even want to know about prior to the advent of the competition. Now, Mosconi has the lie the way he wanted it.
30.
He is up to 30, moving toward 61, and once again has left himself admirable position. Watch him set himself for the 8 right in front of you, the bottom of your screen.
45.
And he has the 9 ball, the ring ball to the left of your screen, exactly where he wanted it.
54.
Now he needs but one more ball, the 10 ball. And what could be better than this? As the crowd shows its appreciation.
Game.
Game for Willie Mosconi. He leads 4 games to 2, needs but one more victory for victory in the total competition. We'll be back.
4-2.
You know what's really nice?
This is Game 7 in the rotation competition. Willie Mosconi against Minnesota Fats. Mosconi leading 4 games to 2, but Fats leading in this game thus far 8 points to 2. Mosconi knows that if he can win this, he will have won the great pool shootout, because he's already won in 9 ball, 5 games to 3, in 8 ball, 5 games to 2. The winner gets $15,000. Both players have already received substantial expense monies. Now, Mosconi is up to 7 points. He just sank the 5 ball. He's working on the 6 ball, the green ball, but looking ahead, as always, to the rest of the table.
13.
And so, he is now perfectly positioned for the 7, and watch him set up the 8.
20.
Willie Mosconi, who more than 1,000 times in his career has had runs of more than 100 balls. 500 times he's run more
28.
than 200 balls, and once he ran 526
37.
balls. He is now meticulous, disciplined, sinking one after another as he approaches the magic number of 61, which, if achieved or surpassed, will give him the total victory.
50.
Now, at 58 points, this could be it. The way Willie is playing, it figures to be it. And it is it. Willie Mosconi has won the Great Pool Shootout. In point of fact, this has been one of the most fascinating events we've had on Wide World of Sports in a long time. No need now to go to Willie's specialty, straight pool, or Fats's, one pocket. It is over. First thing I want to do, Willie, is congratulate you on the victory, and you, Fats, for being a sportsman in defeat. The final scores in 9 ball, 5-3, Mosconi over Minnesota Fats. 8 ball, 5-2, Mosconi over Fats. And in rotation, 5-2, Mosconi over Fats. Fats, at the start, you expressed every confidence in victory, and then later, during the course of the competition, you kind of backed off and you became a total sportsman.
Never packed off at all. Just like it is. What is it? Man's a tremendous player. Anybody got any sense knows this man liable to beat anybody living, and I might beat anybody living. I ain't never lost in my life, so he beat me. What do you want me to do?
Don't want you to do anything. Just say what you said.
Everybody living on earth knows man's been champion. Now he's 16 times champion. I've been champion of the earth ever since the turn of the century.
I'll tell you
now
this.
He's the champion of the earth.
You're the best showman in the game. Thank you very much, Fats. Willie, anything to say about Fats? You were under a great deal of tension. You felt you had to prove yourself. You've been out of competition a long time.
Been out of competition for many years. The last competitive tournament I had was back in 1963, and then I had come out of retirement then for one tournament. But I'm glad that he admits that I'm the greatest player.
As we were leaving, he can do some things. Jimmy Karras. Here's the cowboy, Jimmy Moore,
First shot.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
This is a 9-ball shot. I'm behind the 7, playing the 9 in the corner. Watch the shot.
I'm gonna watch it, Sal. That didn't look hard.
I'm gonna do it in slow
Nice
motion.
little shot, or a hand quicker than the eye shot, this is called.
Come on.
That's why you always watch your opponent when you're playing pool.
Well, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Cowboy Jimmy
I'm gonna do it in slow
Moore.
motion, show you how it's made.
Slow motion, I can follow him, Alan.
You're going to see why it's called the hand quicker than the eye shot.
This is the way it's made. And this shot is guaranteed to start a fight.
I don't want to fight anybody.
You make it.
I'm playing gin rummy, no fights. Cowboy Jimmy Moore, he is a character. He can also shoot pool. Hey, here's a guy who has a million disguises. Does he ever take this hat off, U.J. Puckett?
One time I seen him without his hat on her.
He's something. You had a chance to talk to him. This guy is a character, U.J. Puckett.
I first started with a Gulf filling station uniform, and then I hadn't been around too much, so I found out that Texaco was nationwide more than Gulf, so I changed to Texaco station uniform. And then, after it got to where it finally got like after a few years that a Texaco filling station man couldn't get a pool game anywhere.
Nobody hustles in a gas station outfit. That's funny. U.J. Puckett. He was on 60 Minutes. That's something. The great hustler.
This is 8 ball in the end pocket.
Traveling 3 rails here, Irvy's going to go around the table. 5 rails. 5 rails around the table, in between all those balls, and try and make the 8. If he hits a ball, he's going to have to hit the cue ball harder to make the 8. Hit 2 balls.
A little harder, Utley.
Getting on himself, Utley.
Well, that's the end of that.
U.J. Puckett used to fight for a living. He said if he didn't knock him out in the first round, it was over in the second. He'd get knocked out. He wasn't in shape. One more time, he says, Alan.
This time he won't touch a ball, Irv.
I'm a little weak.
He's a little weak.
He's got the angle down now. Hits it hard enough. He shouldn't touch any balls. And
Looks
just make
good,
the 8.
Alan. All right, U.J. Puckett. The crowd appreciates it. Love his hat. Ah, Willie Mosconi. Here's a class guy, dapper. Looks good. You had a chance to talk to the dapper one. Sounded great, Alan.
Alan, I was about 6 years old at the time, and I started playing a dancing school. My whole family were dancers in vaudeville many years ago, and that's what I was destined to be. But after the dancing lesson, I'd have to wait for an hour and a half for my father to pick me up. Well, over in the corner, my uncle had a pool table. He liked to play pool. I knew nothing about it. Now, this went on during one whole summer. So at the end of the summer, I got so I could run all the balls off the table. Nobody knew it. But one day, my uncle felt sorry for me, I guess. I was hanging around so much. He said, come on, kid, I'll play a game. So he busted the balls and I ran 15 off. He said, do that again. Oh, I think I ran 10 or 11 before missing. Well, the next day I went out and had posters made, and I was playing an exhibition at the Friars Club in New York the following week. That was the start of the billiard career.
Boy, you talk about nostalgia. There's a great pool player setting up his shot.
All right. This is the shot that Jackie Gleason made in the motion picture The Hustler. First time he played Paul Newman, he called the 1 ball out of the pack back into this pocket. Now let's see if we can make this yellow ball or 1 ball back in this pocket.
This looks tough, Alan.
5 kisses this 1 ball gets before it goes in the pocket.
There we go.
Oh,
Great shot.
what a shot that was. Willie Mosconi. Let's take a look at this again, Alan. Let you describe it.
2 ball, kissing off the 12 ball, hitting the 9 into the 1, kissing off the 7 and 3, and going in the corner pocket.
This is a shot that Paul Newman made in that picture, The Hustler. Gleason broke the balls, and he left the cue ball stuck behind the corner pocket. Paul Newman called the 1 ball, the yellow ball, out of the pack into this pocket. Let's see if we can make it.
Irv, on this shot, you have to know where to hit the cue ball to make it on the side rail. Right there.
Oh, what a
There you go.
shot. What a shot.
quit.
Willie Mosconi. He says, I quit. Hey, he's as good looking as Paul Newman. Might explain that bandage. He had a little surgery, and that's why Willie has that band. Let's take another look at this shot, Alan.
Perfect angle. Hits the 1 ball, kissing it into the striped ball and pocketing it in the corner.
Willie Mosconi. You talk about nostalgia. Look at this shot. This is at least not too bad, huh? Stick with us. More coming up, right?
Sure is, Irv. He's still very competitive.
He looks very relaxed when you had a chance to talk to him.
Well, in this game to win, Alan, you can play well and lose. You can play fairly well and win. To win a tournament with a number of good players like you and the other fellas, you've got to play well and be lucky. Get the breaks. You can't win by just playing well, and you can't win by just being lucky. It's a combination of the two things, and I don't care what anybody tells you, you must play well and be lucky.
Would you rather be lucky than good?
Well, Irv, I'd like to have the combination he's talking about. If you can play well and be lucky.
On this shot, as you can see, there are 4 ringers on the table, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to play the 10 in the corner, the 11 and the 12 in the other corner, and the 13 in the side. 4 balls and 1 shot.
This looks tough.
Very important they be set up right, Irv. He's going to split the 2 balls in the middle and make all 4 in 1 shot. Great shot.
What a great shot by Irving Crane from Rochester, New York, the Deacon. Let's take another look, overhead angle. Boy, that is some shot. One more angle, Alan, let you describe it.
Splitting the 2 balls perfectly. The 2 balls in the middle go in the corner, and the other 2 the side and the corner.
Irving Crane, who was named the Rochester Man of the Year. Our colorful referee, Charlie Ursetti, introducing a newcomer, Rags Woods. He started out very young playing this game.
Oh, I was 15 when I started playing pool.
How did you get interested in pool?
Well, I tell you, I passed by a pool room one day and heard the balls click. It's a funny thing, I was in high school, and I heard the balls click, and I went in to see what it was, and they were rolling these balls around. And so then I stopped in a pool hall that was close to my house on the way to school. And the man let me in. I told him I was 18, and he let me in. And then I never did go to school no more. I'd leave home in the morning going to school, and I'd go to the pool room, stay there till school was out. Then I'd come back home and tell my mother I'd been to school, and then I'd go back to the pool hall again until time for me to come home. They thought I was out playing ball or something.
A lot of mothers call and they want those kiddos in school. Don't listen, kids. Go to school. Get your education.
All right. This is a 9-ball shot, playing the 9-ball in the corner pocket. 9-ball in the corner pocket.
Now this looks like a time shot, Alan. Is this tough as it looks?
Definitely is. He's going 3 rails with the cue ball. But before he goes 3 rails, he's going to hit the 1 ball, making another ball come down and hit the 9 ball into the 6 ball. And the 9 ball makes the 6, and it's going to hang by the corner pocket like it is going to now, and the cue ball knocks it in.
So that wasn't an accident. The cue ball and the 9 ball were supposed to meet down in the corner. Ooh, you could lose some money in this. Let's take a look.
Especially if the cue ball gets there before the 9.
Look at this time. Good timing.
Just in time to make it.
Yeah, I started out in Detroit, moved to L.A. Class guy. I've really been impressed with him.
Considered as the greatest black player ever.
Playing the 1 in the 8 ball in the side pocket. 8 ball in the side pocket.
How tough's this, Alan?
Last time.
He's going to have to move those 4 balls because they're in the way. So it's a combination bank with the cue ball knocking the 4 balls out of the way. The 1 ball will hit the 8, knocking it off the rail going cross side.
Oh, look at this. Piece of cake. You can show me how to do that one, I'm sure, after the show. Robert Rags Wood. One more time. Describe it, Alan.
8 ball cross side.
And from our overhead angle, I like this angle. Piece of cake, folks. We're having some fun. Hope you're enjoying it. Stick with us. We've got a lot more coming up right after this message. The Tux is Luther Lassiter. Alan, he's been around for half a century. He's played on every kind of table you can imagine.
He's traveled all over the country or playing pool. Different kinds of tables and also with different sets of balls. And in the old days, the balls, when there was a kiss shot that was on, it went. But today, with the new balls, kiss shots don't have to go. And he's setting up a 15-ball kiss shot now.
I really liked how he was so straightforward with you about his opinions and what he really feels about pool.
Yes, it is. And you got different rubber on tables. You got over a bank, under a bank with different speeds. Years ago, you could hit them with any speed, just so you'd sort of bank it perfect. And you had the ball. Kisses were the same way. You could measure them off perfect, and they would go. You try to measure them all now, perfect. They won't go.
You like the equipment today we're playing on?
Yeah, because it's tougher. I wish they'd play with ping pong balls. You know, just make it just as tough as you could.
Would you like to play with ping pong balls?
The pockets would be bigger, Irv.
We'll try to make a 15-ball combination.
15-ball combination. Listen to the clicks, Alan. 16 kisses. I like that.
That shot was on, Irv.
Oh, I like that. Was that nice? Wimpy Lassiter, 16 kisses, and he made it look very easy. Jimmy Karras, guy who can do a few things with a pool stick. I liked when you talked to him. Guy's straightforward.
No, I started playing on the YMCA. I was in a junior Y, and I saw a checkerboard, you know, with little checkers on it. And they had a cue, and you hit one checker and hit the other checker into a pocket. That's when I first started. And then they had little junior pool tables, and I saw the ball go in the pocket, and I became fascinated. And that's how I started.
When did you first get your first pool table to play on?
I never had a pool table home during those years. The homes weren't even large enough to accommodate a pool table. But my dad opened a billiard room in Wilmington, Delaware, and he used to let me go in on a Sunday because you weren't allowed to go in unless you were 18 in those days. And I would practice, and I started getting better and better all the time.
The most I ever made in was 6 seconds, but I had to take the pocket off. If you shoot it too fast, they jam up. But what you have to watch out for is a miscue. Because the tip is hitting the ball 16 times,
This guy started out playing pool the same way you did in the YMCA.
Checker pool.
Oh, I like this shot, Alan. Very nice. Jimmy Karras. Made it look easy, didn't he? Hey, this next guy needs no
I
introduction.
was born and raised in New York and started playing pool at the turn of the century.
New York City you were born?
New York City in Washington Heights. I hustled craps on the George Washington Bridge when they built it.
Well, why do they call you Minnesota Fats?
They call me Minnesota Fats for several reasons. When they made the movie The Hustler, they didn't want to say New York Fats or double smart or triple smart Fats. That was my nickname. The smarts on Broadway called me double and triple smart after I unraveled all of them.
Oh, if we could just get Fat to come out of his shell. Say what's on his mind.
Every kid on earth would like to be here to see this shot for several reasons. They like to holler that they didn't all go in at the same time. You understand? And they're all arguing which one went in first. See if you can tell.
3 ball.
I'm not going to argue with you. I agree with you.
That's a nice shot. Let's take another look, Al. See if it is a 3.
Definitely are. 3 ball.
Minnesota
I'm
Fats.
going to make the 7, 8, 9 again. But I'll make it a little different. Tune's a little too long. Hair too long. I'll make the 7, 8, and the 9. Gonna kiss the 7 in, combine the 8 in, and kick the cue ball 3 cushion, and make the 9.
Speaking of 3 cushions, Irv, that was his best game.
This looks like a tough shot, Alan.
Well, he's got to watch out for the kiss on the cue ball and the 8 ball. He has to miss it. And he missed it, and he comes around 3
he made
rails.
it. Look at that. Oh, what a shot. Crowd likes it. Minnesota Fats. He is a character. Let's take one more look at this shot, Al.
Cue ball goes 3 rails, making the 8 first, and the cue ball then making the 9 ball in the corner pocket.
I'm at the top of anything I want to do at all times. At all times. I'm the greatest ladies man in the world. I'm almost 100 years old. I make Burt Reynolds look like Mortimer Snerd when it comes to tomatoes. You ought to know that. You see me operate.
Mortimer Snerd. You don't even know who Mortimer Snerd is, Alan. You're too young.
Never heard of it, Irv.
Minnesota Fats. the guy who's got the W.C. Fields accent down. Hey, more trick shots coming up. You want to stick with us, it gets to be more fun. Well, those are some legends from the last half century. We've got a future legend for you. Watch Lori John Oganowski in action.
Next shot I'm going to do was made famous by Machine Gun Lou Butera, and it's called the over and under the bridge shot. And it's more of a skill shot than a trick shot because I'm going to pocket the one ball in the corner pocket. The cue ball will jump over the bridge, travel back under the bridge, and pocket the two ball in the corner pocket.
Alan, this looks tough.
It is, Irv. She's going to have to elevate her cue and dig down into the cue ball, hitting the one almost on top of the ball and bringing the cue ball over the bridge with a lot of draw English, making the cue ball come backwards and make the two. And she has to make the one also. Great shot.
And she jumps up in the air. She likes it. Lori John with a sensational shot. Oh, my goodness. I like that. Let's take another look.
A lot of backspin on the cue ball here, coming back and pocketing the two ball.
Boy, this looks interesting. Let's let Lori John just explain this one, because this could be, this looks like an interesting shot to me,
The
Alan.
shot is called the railroad shot. And what's going to happen is the cue ball is going to act as the train, and it's going to go under the bridge and collapse the bridge, travel 1, 2, 3 rails, go up one railroad track, change tracks, and pocket the 11, 12, and the 13 in the side pocket.
Are you kidding me? The railroad shot? How tough is this?
I've never seen this one before. I don't know. The balls in the middle of the table are just going to fall down and stay there. And the cue ball is going to go around 3 rails in between the 2 cues there and go around the pocket and then pocket the 3 balls on the stick. Up the stick, round the pocket, start coming down, knock those 3 balls in the pocket.
Oh, it looked like it would have done it alone, wouldn't it?
Yes, it does. She didn't need to help it.
Lori John. She's a good player, isn't she?
Last year's champion, Irv.
Nice effort by Lori John. I like that very much. The railroad shot. Got to remember that. Oh, look at this. There's heavyweight Jerry Cooney. Uh-oh. I know that guy in that tux behind him. This is my partner, Alan Hopkins. You're not going to do this, Alan. You've been out in the sun too long. This guy will get up and... Oh, I know what you're going to do, Alan.
Irv, do you know how nervous he is? I'm going to knock the 9 ball right out of his mouth in the corner pocket.
Look at those eyes. He didn't look like that against Holmes. Oh, what a shot. Alan Hopkins, I'm glad you made that, Alan. I enjoy working with you, and I'm not sure you'd still be around. Look at the size of that man. This is great, Alan. Folks out there got to get out and try some of these shots. I know I'm going to make you show me how to do some of these. What a day we've had. I hope you've enjoyed being with us.
Every time I see a multi-millionaire wants to borrow something. Got 30,000 acres in Fresno. Can you let me have a little loot? Yeah, I just give a drunk $5 out there.
1 ball.
He lose 1,100, and he didn't have nothing to go home with. This is unbelievable. You think he'd pinch 100 to go home with?
Hey, Willie's got it.
Willie waiting till Fats finishes his roll.
2 in the corner.
Of a different sort. And
It won't bother Willie.
No.
Willie's going to have to come 3 rails on this shot here and try and hit the 3 ball.
See him leaning over, like you said before. I'll have to leave 1 foot on the ground.
Side, William, in the
He changed.
side.
He
Take
played it a
out,
little
take
different.
it out. You know you ain't gonna duck that all your life.
I don't know whether Willie can bank this ball or not. I can't tell from here.
Huh?
3 ball.
Maybe he ought to bank the 3 ball cross corner here. Now he got a kiss.
Hit the wrong ball. What'd he do, Charlie? Give us a rundown.
He missed.
He missed. Not him. Not the mightiest of all blondes. Willie, how could you miss a man of your caliber and your speed?
3 ball.
Oh. It's almost one heck of a shot.
Yeah, it was a double bank shot in the corner, but I think he was trying to make it in the side pocket. Left Willie a very
3 in the
tough
corner.
shot. Left Willie frozen on the back
He
rail.
plays me, they'll send him to Byberry. Look at here. You gonna luck out again? William, cut it out, will you, please? William, please. Please, William.
3 in the corner.
You got guys hustling me cards. I'm playing so big.
Got that one.
I banked that one.
4 in the corner.
I said I banked that one, Charlie. Oh, I used to play
5 in
pretty
the
good.
side.
Don't get excited.
Why,
I used to
why
be a
should
hell
we
of a
say
player.
anything, eh?
That's
Let
your
him go.
side. That is your side.
That's what I want. That's the side I want, Charlie, because I'm going to bounce this one in there. That's me oversizing?
Yes.
No, don't worry about it. Oh, Charlie.
Cross side.
Well, he thinks he's got this.
I ain't missed one of these since World War I.
It's a tough bank. This isn't easy.
Oh, and he got it with authority.
Game fat.
He ties it up at 2-all in 7-ball. He
3-1.
No, I'm sorry.
Fatty's got 3, doesn't he?
Fatty got the
Scores
3.
3-1.
3-1. My mistake. Fats with the 3-1 lead over Willie Mosconi. We could go extra innings.
Imagine this.
Thank you. They brought it 4 straight in 9-ball. He won the first in 7-ball. Looked like, okay, see you later for Minnesota Fats.
Game 5. 7
But as
ball.
his game is picked up, so is the laughter, and usually they go hand in hand.
I touched it in the car wash. It was nothing.
Could be a good possibility, Chris, if this goes into the 8-ball.
Fatty,
That should be an interesting match with Fats and Mosconi
Game
playing
5.
8-ball.
Fats
Fatty
leads
plays
3 games to 1.
8-ball. It's one of his best games, too.
Oh, a lot of action on the 7 there, but it's not going to go.
No ball's pocketed on the break. Mr. Mosconi shoots.
Everybody thinks it's a joke. When I tell you somebody lay $1,000 to a nickel, I don't never exaggerate. I tell it like 80%.
Hasn't left Willie much of a shot here.
What side, Willie? What side of the table? Okay. Playing the 1 ball.
All right.
Sit down, please.
He's going to play a bank shot or the safety. He's probably going to play safety on the 1 ball.
Yeah.
Okay. He's taking a good look. Got to hit that 1 first.
Yeah, he's got a bad leave here. He's going to play safety. Put the 1 down by the 2 ball and bring the cue ball up table behind the 3 ball if he can get it there. Made a nice shot. Made a great shot. Put it right where he wanted
Your
to.
shot, Fatty.
Yeah, I'm going to give him my money. I wouldn't give Capone my money.
Playing the 1.
You ain't never seen one like me. I'm really something. I'm proud of myself.
I guess he is.
Yeah, he sure is.
Really something,
He's got a
fatty
tough shot
boy.
here, too. Made it. Nice shot.
He's all of a sudden he's like he's looking like he's not.
What happened there, William?
Fired it in.
He's not eyeing up the shots very much. Yeah, he's looking for 10 points. Let's not lose sight of this. He could get 10 points. A lot of folks figured that he would get swept against
If you're
Mosconi,
old,
whether he
you
wins
know
or not.
what
If he
I'm
can get
doing.
10 points out of this one.
These youngsters, they don't know. If you're old and
He's
seen
done
me
well.
before.
He needs this game to win the 6.
When I
win the
leave
7
the
ball.
joint, the locusts
He's got a
never
good chance to
come
win it,
back.
too.
10 points. Gets the 3.
4 in the corner.
4 in a corner. The 4 in a
He's got a good chance of running out here. If he gets on the 5 ball, he's got on the 5 ball. If he gets on the 6, he figures to win the match.
Where am I? What side? Over there? Well, ain't that I knew it all the time. I knew it all the time, Charlie.
6 in the corner.
Nice shot.
Charlie.
He's got a chance to win it now.
Win out.
You know where
7 ball.
that's going, don't you, Charlie? Huh?
3
Over in
guys.
Sadie's room. This is me over here.
That's your side.
Well, Rack, what are you waiting for? Rack 'em up.
Does it go? Oh.
Now, how did I do that?
He overcut the 7 ball. He hit it to the side rail. Was a tough
This is
shot.
my side.
Overcut the ball. Hit it too much right hand
Side
English.
you're on now.
Most likely hit it into the
Side
side
you're on
rail.
now.
Well, the ball was running. He said rack him up, but not yet.
Yeah, Willie's got a tough shot. He's going to play a safety.
Charlie! I'll make this over there in Sadie's room, Charlie.
Going for Sadie's room. Oh, boy.
Loss of game.
Scratched on the 7 ball. He loses the game.
So he was within a
I
shot
am.
of
He scratched on that
getting
ball.
the 10 points, and now Mosconi back in it. He trails 3-2.
3-2.
That could have cost Fatty the session.
Mm-hmm.
You may not get another chance. You better take your chances when you get him, Willie. You may not get another shot.
Yep. Willie.
Because Willie's got a few tough rolls with Fatty.
Willie's been quiet. He's ready to bounce in there. Give that feeling.
Score is 3-2, favor of Fats.
Here's the break. Seven moving around. Does another one hit it? No.
Okay, he's got the sight on where the 7 ball is. Well, 2
Willie's
ball went
got-
in on the break, playing the 1.
Willie's got a tough run out here. He's going to have to bank the 7 ball. We know, but he's going to come around 3 rails here on the 3 ball.
So the 1 goes.
1, 2, 3, and he comes out for the 3 ball. Perfect.
3 ball in the corner.
2's already sunk on the break, so now he's looking for the 3. That's the red ball.
He'll play the 3, and he'll draw the ball back for the 4 ball.
4 in the corner.
He'll play the 4, and he'll in the corner, and he'll draw the ball up a little bit for the 5. Nice shot.
5 in the corner.
Looks like he hits him so hard, and the cue ball hardly moves after he hits the object
He
ball.
controls that ball right where way he wants to. He'll come 1 rail and over for the 6 ball here. Very nicely done.
Good shot. 6 in the corner.
Willie will come up the table right around near the side pocket to bank the 7 ball cross side or in the corner. Either way, it depends where he gets on the ball. He may play the ball cross corner now.
7 ball cross corner.
He's got to go the opposite side.
Yeah, he'll hit this easy.
Does it go?
No. Missed it. This is a tough shot.
Thought I had it for a minute.
Left Fatty cross corner bank, one of Fatty's favorite shots. It's a 1 pocket shot. Fatty will probably make this ball.
He said to rack him.
Set
and
Fats.
this time he was not
Yeah.
kidding. The set to Minnesota Fats. He wins the 7 ball 4-2. Mosconi won the 9 ball 4-0. That means we go to the tiebreak. Extra innings. Who'd have thunk it, right? We're going to 8 ball, 2 out of 3 when we return. And we are back in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the Claridge Hotel and Casino at the legendary stars of pocket billiards. We're at 8 ball between Willie Mosconi and Minnesota Fats. Mosconi leads 1-0.
1 game
2
to
out of
none.
3 will win this match. As they split their earlier ones, Mosconi beat Fats in the 9 ball, but Fats came back to win the 7 ball. 2 of the biggest names, not the biggest in pocket billiards, most well-known.
Well known, sure.
May not be a big fan of the sport, but you know these 2 guys.
I
You
sure
have
do know them. I've played
you
with them
do.
enough.
You do. But I mean, viewers, whether they casually follow pocket billiards or they're ardent fans, they know these 2.
Fatty's got a tough run out here. He's chosen the low balls, and the 2 ball and the 7 ball are going to be very tough for him to break
5
out.
in the corner.
I'm going to play the combination here, the 4 ball into the 6
Combination
ball.
4 into the 6.
He should make this. This is a rather simple combination. But he hasn't played any position.
Well, he's run 4 already.
4 on the side.
Got 3 to go in the 8 ball. He could knot it up.
Well, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, though. He doesn't have a shot. Even if he made that, he wouldn't have had a shot.
Didn't have no pocket. No pocket.
You know, Willie's got his work cut out for him. This is a tough run out here. If Willie runs out, it would be a great run out. The balls are all clustered together on the bottom. He's going to have to break them open. I'm going to come around 2 rails for the 12 ball. The side pocket.
I don't
They come down a little too hard. He may shoot the 11 ball and break open the 10 ball.
Going to break open that cluster sooner or later.
11 in the side.
He did.
1 shot, baby. Oh.
Willie Mosconi, whose reign over the sport in the 40s and 50s has really been unparalleled, at least in modern times.
Got a tough
Maybe
shot.
Ralph Greenleaf, some of his runs earlier in the 20s himself.
It's hard to believe that Ralph Greenleaf was better than Willie Mosconi when you watch Willie play.
Mosconi will say that he always idolized him. And
That's where he really got his first big break.
Well, out of respect, Willie may say that. 12 ball on the side. And then he'll play the 14 ball in the corner.
Straight, baby.
You know, he got his real
No, started to go the other
his
way.
first name when he went on an exhibition with Greenleaf and almost split their 100-plus games. He was a young man then.
He's going to have to get on that 15 ball somehow. He may shoot the 15. No, he's going to shoot the 14 first. He's going to come around for 15 after he shoots 13. He's got his work cut out here, Chris. He's going to make sure he gets a shot at the 15 ball. Oh, he missed it. He missed it.
Okay, why did he miss this, Alan?
Well, he jumped up on the shot, one reason. And see him jump up on the shot, and he had to get up on the 15 ball, make sure he got a shot at the 15. He tried to cheat the pocket, which cost him the shot.
Sounds like he's sawing wood, doesn't he?
Well, he wants to make sure he don't miss cue here. If he gets out this game, he's going to be a favorite to win the 8-ball match.
This ain't too good right here.
I don't know where the 2-ball can go, if the 2-ball can go. I don't think he can make the 2 in the corner here. It's hard to tell, but I think the 8-ball's blocking the pocket.
She can't go.
He's going to have to draw the cue ball into the 2 in the
Can't go there
the 2 in the 8. He's going to shoot the 4 on the side and draw the cue ball back.
He's checked out most of the pockets. He's gone to about his 3rd or 4th choice now.
Oh, he's following the ball.
Gotta bank it out.
He's looking for the
cheese.
Well, he's not even going to get a
Sit down
shot at
there,
it.
David.
He's going to he may get left safe. No, he got a shot at it.
Yo.
He made it. Very
Does
nice.
he leave himself a shot at the 8?
Yeah, he's got the 8 straight in.
Yes, sir.
Should make it. He made a nice shot on the 2-ball.
We're tied.
What do you know? We're going to root. Willie Mosconi and Minnesota Fats. We are going to the final game of 8-ball. The winner gets the match. The loser gets to tell some stories. We'll tell our story when we return in a moment. Chris Berman and Alan Hopkins back at the Claridge Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Well, if you tuned in late, you missed a lot of good action, but it's the last 2 minutes of a tight NBA game. The tiebreaker of the tiebreakers.
Mr. Hopkins.
2 out of 3. The 8-ball
All
race
your
has
travels,
split
I never
the first
seen
2
one like the
games.
Fat Man.
Minnesota Fats, who
And you never
is
will.
talking to Alan right now, and Willie Mosconi. Whoever wins this game wins the match.
Whoever
Very
wins
simple.
this game wins the cheese.
No balls pocketed on the
No
break. Your
balls
choice, Mr.
pocketed on the
Mosconi.
break.
All right, they win the cheese, not the match. They win both match and cheese. Get 1 extra point for the cheese.
I'll tell you, he's got a little bit of a tricky run out here. It really doesn't have that much of an easy shot. He's got the 2-ball. He's got the 9-ball. He's going to shoot the 9-ball. He missed it.
You didn't think we'd get this far, did you?
No, I didn't. I picked Mosconi to win it in 2 sets.
Thought it would be quick, but aha.
Willie!
Yeah, I did think it would be quick. I don't think Fatty's going to get out here. Fatty's got a tough run out here.
Okay. At least dealing on the stripes. He got the high balls. Mosconi the low balls.
9.
Sinks the 9 dead on.
Then he can make the 10 here and break open the 14 and 5. Make the 10 ball on the side.
10.
Oh, he caught a bad break there. He might have caught a better break here. He might have the 12. He can break open the 14 now. I'll have the 13 for protection, even if he hits it bad. No, he didn't.
No, he missed it.
It's going to cost him the session not breaking open those balls.
Fats is playing well, isn't he?
Yes, he is playing well, but he's got a problem.
Nothing will go nowhere.
He's got a problem with the 14 ball. There's nothing he can do here. He's going to have a hard time breaking this open.
15 ball.
right,
Shoots
where are we
15
going
in
with
the
15?
corner, Chris, but he really doesn't have anything he can do with the 14 ball unless he comes back down table for the 14 in the other corner. Let's see what he does.
Wow.
He hit it too hard. He got a shot at it. He cut the 14 in the corner.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
They win the game if you don't get behind the 2 ball. Oh, he caught a bad break.
He must hit the 8 ball or he loses the game, set, and match.
Oh, if he doesn't hit the 8, he loses the game. Oh, a lot of pressure here. He's got himself in a real tough spot. I don't even think he
I'll hit it. Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
That is loss of game, set, and match.
Oh,
Mr.
boy.
Mosconi wins.
That's a tough way to go. These two fellas have played so very well, and the scratch on the 8. But Willie Mosconi wins the 20 points. Minnesota Fats wins the 10. So, Mosconi wins, but it was a little tougher than anticipated. We'll be back with more right after this timeout. And the master, Willie Mosconi, against Minnesota Fats. You've played him hundreds, thousands of times, and you finally win the 8-ball competition when he scratches on the 8 ball. Has that ever happened between the two of you?
No, in fact, this is the closest he has ever come to winning, but he played better tonight than I've ever seen him play. He got a little lucky, too.
What do you think, Alan?
One question, Willie. All the times we've played together, have you ever seen Fatty play as well as he had tonight?
No, that's just what I said. It's the best I've ever seen him play.
Me too.
Yeah.
The best I've seen him play.
Well, you say everybody gets a little lucky, but you have to be good to be lucky. This man certainly is.
Well, he knows how to play, and he's a good bank shot player. He knows all the angles on the table. I think he has been practicing more so than he has in the last few years. Don't you think so, Alan?
He's definitely been.
Yeah.
Okay, he's been practicing, but so have you, and we will see the two gentlemen to my left, Willie Mosconi and Alan Hopkins, when we return for more action in coming days from Atlantic City. I'm Chris Berman. So long.